Hi. Today's conversation is all about interviewing skills. In particular, the use of one word in interviews, which may not be the most appropriate word to use, and that word is easy. Easy is an easy word, which is why we use it so often. I'd like to share some reasons why it's important to be cautious of that word, specifically in the context of an interview, and also present some options on what words or phrases you can use as an alternative to easy. Let's first discuss why people use this word in an interview. First off, when we talk about work which makes us feel inspired and engaged and motivated, we sometimes tend to say that it's easy. Also, when we want to switch from one genre of medical writing to another, or from one field to another, which feels a little bit more organic to us, we tend to use the word easy. But this word is somewhat of a misfit, specifically in an interview, because easy to a hiring manager might signify that you may not be willing to step out of your comfort zone. That's one reason why you should be cautious of that word. Secondly, almost every candidate who comes in to an interview says they're looking for a challenge. They're looking for an opportunity to combine their creative side and scientific side in order to solve a challenge or a problem. So if you go into the interview saying that you'd like to be in medical writing, or you'd like to switch from one area of medical writing to another because it seems easier, you may not be starting things off on the right foot. So let's talk about some alternatives that you can use to really clarify your intent. The first word is natural. You can also use the word organic. So saying something like being in a scientific discipline or being in a medical discipline makes it feel like a very natural transition for me to be communicating science to people from scientific backgrounds. That's an exceptional way of playing to your strengths. Another phrase to use is in my element. It's completely okay to say, I feel like I'm in my element when I communicate science to people from different backgrounds. That's a great thing to say. A third phrase that you can use is second nature. Second nature is kind of like a good habit. It's something which comes to you naturally, something which is almost automatic, like a reflex. For instance, I once heard someone say, I used to be a nurse. So communicating science to other nurses and people in allied health disciplines is something which comes as second nature to me. And that's a great way of saying that you'd like to be in a setting where the work comes naturally to you. You feel inspired and motivated and fulfilled to do that work. And there's an old saying that goes that if work is fun, and if work is interesting, and if work keeps you motivated, then you don't feel as if you're really doing the work. It just flows, and you begin the day with a smile on your face, and you also end the day with a smile on your face. So think about that. Think about possibly replacing the word easy with the phrases that we talked about today, and all the best.